welcome to Talk Anomalous. I'm Aaron. Today's guests are multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter Jassiel Beare, and Cameron Cohorst, another singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. Now, relax, enjoy, and have an anomalous time.
Let's go with somebody. All right. Josh, you pick.
That's what I wanted.
Question. Why do you do the thing that you do called music?
Oh, shit. So, I have to. If I don't, for like 3 or 4 days, I start going a little crazy. So, I mean, like there's that. but also I've always loved creating. Never been good at drawing. I tried a lot of times throughout my life when I was young, when I was middle young. I never really thought I could play music, It's just, to the viewers out there, just to inspire you. Like, I 100% legit thought when I was like 15, 16, most of 17, that I could not play guitar. Like, I was like, all my friends that I know started when they were like 8, and like, there's no way I could do this. And one day I just started somewhere, and like, here we are now, and so it's just like, so I started playing guitar when I was like 17, it's just, and it's just like, been good ever since, No, it was actually a long progression of, practicing and all that kind of stuff, but, I just remember having that strong feeling of, oh man, like, I can never do this, this is for other people. But then it's just like, now, like, I look back at that time and I'm just like, man, it's crazy how, like, you can really do anything as long as you just start somewhere and just keep going.
What kind of artists would you say people should listen to?
Well, like, an artist that I do really want to recommend is, obviously, I recommend Joanna Newsom to everybody, but I've been doing that for a long time, so if anyone who's met me, they already know you have to listen to Joanna Newsom. But I really want to talk about this band called, I believe it's pronounced La Pro, but it's spelled like leprous, and they're from Norway, and they're like this progressive rock band that's just really like taking it to the next level, and just really heals my spirits, and very nice to listen to.
What is the solution to everything?
For me, it's faith. Just, knowing that, that, like, God's going to take care of everything. Like, whether it be, like, a situation that I'm dealing with or a person that I'm dealing with or just whatever. Not to say I don't get depressed or anxious, and I have a lot of anxiety and all that. But that's what gets me through. So it gets me through just knowing that, that the God has a plan, like even when I got fired, just like, I was feeling like a lot of hate in my heart at that time, and I truly believe, that God, put me in a place where I can kind of heal from that, and like, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's, like, just like, at the end of the day, like, I just always know that, like, the Lord's going to either pull me through something so that I can learn from it, or pull me out of something because it's too crazy. I just know that in some way, shape, or form or another, that God will get me through it. And so faith is the solution for everything for me.
So what do you say to somebody who doesn't have faith? They don't believe in God. What would you tell them?
I always wonder, because if I didn't believe in God, I feel like I would kill myself, because I've had a lot of moments where I just, like, am, like, in a deep, like, depression, and like God's the only thing that gets me through. And then I think about like these like non-believers, and the first thing I do is like start praying for them. Like, man, like they must like, cause like how do you get through? Like, I don't know how you get through it, because life is really, really, really hard and tough and rough, and it beats you up really hard. And that's the only thing that gets me through. Without music.
All right, Josh. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight for this wonderful conversation. Last question, where can you be found?
I have Facebook and YouTube at Joshua Beare, but my stuff, if you want to see my stuff, that's where you want to go. Is on the YouTube, Joshua Beare, YouTube, Beare. I have an old account. Of course, YouTube always directs you to the one that has like the most activities. YouTube is always going to put the new one on top, so you should be fine. I just wanted to let you know there's a possibility you might get to my old account. But yeah, Joshua Beare, YouTube's got my stuff, and there's going to be more stuff, so definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button on Anomalous Sounds, what are you even doing here? I don't know why you're even here.
Whoa.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button on that.
Arrows thrown.
And if you don't like today, tell mama doesn't have to be the same. There'll be no turning back now. I know it now.
Mr. Cameron, why do you do music?
Why do I do music?
I had to ask.
Yeah. I do music in a lot of ways. I listen to it, I play it, I see it. It's kind of weird how like you can watch a band playing through glass, through a window or something, and you can kind of hear the music just by the way that they're moving and by the way that, they're handling their instruments and everything. That's a really beautiful thing about it, and that's kind of why, if I recall correctly, Josh, your reason why was because it's just like breathing. You gotta breathe, you gotta feed yourself, it's just a need.
It's good. Well, what artists do you recommend? Like, people check out,
What I recommend to you is whatever playlist you're listening to. If you love that band, if you listen to them for the past 10, 20 years, get on Pandora. Get on some kind of service that recommends artists that you've never heard to you. And listen to something that you've never heard before and you're not sure if it's going to be good, but take that leap.
That's where it's at.
Do something new. Bands that are near and dear to me, I will not go on too long. But let's see. Okay, Delta Sleep, Hate Rock, Everyone Everywhere, Silver Sun Pickups, Pavement, Pixies, Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Who else right now who I'm listening to? Biffy Clyro. Anyone heard of them? Etherwood, I think is their name. I'm just coming up with stuff at this point because I'm not really quite remembering these bands. But it comes down to, these are all bands that, not all of them, but a lot of them are bands that I just listened to the other day, never heard of them before. And that's the point,
Well, I'm just going to ask you, I was wondering, what is the solution to everything?
I think the solution to everything, really, quite honestly, is a question. And I know that might be paradoxical. But what I mean to say is, to solve anything, you have to know what question to ask. You have to always be asking questions, always be curious. As Albert Einstein once said, it is enough, if just for a moment, to contemplate the marvelous structure of reality. And just to be curious, just to keep asking questions, I think that really is the solution to everything, to any problem you ever encounter.
I'm sure you've got some pretty badass music, because I've seen you live, and you're pretty damn good. So I'm just wondering, where can I find you, like, online and stuff? Like,
I don't have anything. Actually, Cameron Cohorst on Anomalous Sounds. I thank Aaron very much for making some very tip-top videos, top quality videos with visuals, visual effects, sound. He has all that on there. There are some classy insects videos. That's one of the bands that I did, but you know, it's not about me. You know, like, don't go looking for me. It's about, you know, the lovely people who put this together. You know, there's tons of awesome artists that you probably haven't heard of on Anomalous Sounds, so you should check them out.
a lot of good ones. Sometimes I just go to the Anomalous Sounds channel, you know, I need to listen to some good music. I'm just like, man, I can't believe all these great artists are from San Antonio. It's nice.
Yeah. Josh, thank you very much for asking me these questions today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Check out Jonathan and his stories and all of our other talented artists. Just tag, like, share, and subscribe to Anomalous Sounds on YouTube.